Hey guys, Prophet here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to discuss in this video, this is kind of just a spur of the moment video that I'm doing today, basically because of all the bullshit that went down today on Phil's stream. Now, basically for those who were not there or who are just finding out now, basically what happened is one of Phil's viewers, more than likely Team Ico Gamer, was using Viewbots on Phil's channel. Now, on a typical day stream, Phil will average anywhere between 200 to maybe 500 viewers maximum on his streams. But as you can see here, bottom left, you can see 2,866 watching. Now, when Phil first started the stream, of course, it was at the normal range, right? Like 490 some. And then basically at this point, all of a sudden Phil thought he was getting raided, and then all of a sudden the gifted membership started coming in by Team Ico Gamer as well. Now, this is of course against YouTube terms of service and community guidelines. This is fake engagement, and what that means is YouTube wants organic growth for its channels, for the content creators on its platform. They disallow Viewbots. It's against their rules, okay? Because it artificially increases the views on your video, and it artificially increases the likes on your video. So it basically gives you an advantage that other people won't have, and that's why YouTube doesn't allow it. Now, Viewbots themselves have become more sophisticated over the years, to the point where you can now enter a command and it will like the video for you. So then it artificially increases the likes on the video as well. Now, as this pertains to Phil privates his live stream, which then in turn he loses all those analytics that would benefit him to the YouTube algorithm. It still shows within his dashboard, but when you private a video, it no longer allows those metrics to be added to your algorithm for your publicly visible channel. Okay, so Phil loses all that, but then what Phil does is Phil will upload 1 to 5 video, or no, more than that. Fuck, what am I talking about? Phil will upload anywhere between 6 to 12 videos a day, because he will cut up his live stream. He actually physically does this as he's streaming. When he says he's like, oh, I got to stop recording for YouTube, that's when he's cutting the video up. Okay. Now, this is a way for Phil to double dip, right? So instead of just getting 1 like and 1 view from you, now Phil will get multiple likes, because you're going to have to like multiple videos and you're going to have to view multiple videos. So Phil knows how to scam the YouTube algorithm, and he's done this for years and years and years and years. But today's Viewbot fiasco basically led to an increase in 11,000 subscribers and nearly doubling his paid members. Now, what this means is, in turn, YouTube is going to have to pay Phil now $1,600 more come the November 21st paycheck, because Phil's members went from, let's take a look at this. What was he at close to end stream? So this is what he started at, 495 members. We can see that here, the members goal, 495 out of 600. By the time he ended the stream, because of the Viewbots and the gifted memberships from Team Ico Gamer, Phil wound up at
the membership. Thank you.
826 members. Okay, possibly even more. We don't know for sure. Now, that's an increase of nearly $600 extra that Phil will receive per month. All that's going to happen is on the 19th of November, he's going to lose like 400 plus members. He's going to lose 100 members on the 23rd of October anyways, possibly a little bit more. Now, this, of course, also allowed for Phil to lock into his next scam event that he's going to be doing. And that scam event is going to be that fucking adpocalypse bullshit. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at basically what's transpired here this afternoon. And I actually have a sock account in Phil's chat, and I got a gifted membership. And I asked Phil a question, and immediately I got attacked by Phil. Now, my question was very, very straightforward. I wasn't mean or anything. I wasn't degrading. I said nothing racist. I asked Phil, and we'll bring it up here. I actually know where the timestamp is on this. And I asked Phil, I'm like, if he was concerned that if YouTube investigated, how he would feel, right? Or if he was worried that this could negatively impact his channel. And Phil lost it on me and basically called me a moron and an idiot and told me to shut up and blah, blah, blah. So, but it'll be fun to look at. So what we'll do here is we're just going to take a look at a couple tidbits from Phil's stream this afternoon, and then we're going to look at the fake engagement policy from YouTube.
Downpour? Nice insults on my stream, you know, very nice unsolicited insult. You might end up paying $300-400. That's so don't leave, because now people are leaving. I'm going to allow you to talk for a moment and tell me who you are. All right, if the edit button will work. Okay, so
so now at this point here, Phil opened up his chat, so it was no longer under subscriber only mode. Phil opened it up because there were no longer people available in his chat to accept gifted memberships. Okay, because Phil only really has like I said, between 200 and 500 people that are actually viewing his channels, and he had to open it up because he could no longer get gifted members. This is why Team Ico Gamer is pretty much the person that was probably running the Viewbots, and he knew this because he was the one that recommended it to Phil to open up the chat, and that way he can gift members to the bots and everything like that, right? Because then he can accept those on his end. Now, again, this is artificial inflation for Phil's metrics for his channel. This in no way is in reality what Phil actually has on his channel. This is just artificially inflating it, right? Remember, DSPGaming has been dying for years. He's been hemorrhaging subs. He's been hemorrhaging members. He's like, what, down $22,000 so far from this time last year. So he's really suffering. And then all of a sudden, in one day, you double your paid members. You increase your subscriber count by 11,000. Because he ended up at 211,000 subscribers when he was only at 200,000. That will trigger YouTube's AI algorithm to basically state, hey, wait a minute here. This channel hasn't seen anything in many, many years. Now all of a sudden it's doubled its paid members. So, and I know there's a ton of people that have reported Phil today for what has transpired. And Phil admits during the stream that it's Viewbots. He admits it. He knows, right? He finally realizes that it's Viewbots, but he does nothing to stop it, which we'll talk about that here shortly later on in the video.
all right, ready? This will be a fun experiment. I'm going to try to turn it back on as quickly as possible. Ready? Here we go. I can't imagine what's about to happen. Okay. So who are you guys?
See, at first he plays dumb, right? And people were telling him that it was coming from PewDiePie and it was coming from other YouTubers. He thought he was getting rated at first, but then it kind of sunk in that, no, this is Viewbots. Like, at one point, right, he ran a poll and he had something like 5,600 members or something, or not members, viewers on his channel and on his live stream, and not one of them voted, right? Meaning that, yeah, they're just fake bots or whatever, right? There's nothing he could do about that. But he did nothing to stop it. What he could have done is he could have disabled monetization, but there was no way he's going to do that because then he can't make money, right? So he knew, like, it's not my theory that Phil, I don't subscribe to the theory, I should say, that Phil was in cahoots with whoever was doing this. I think Phil legitimately thought this was real until the point he realized that these were view bots. But at that point, he didn't care because he had his memberships, he got his money, he got his subscribers, and he was laughing all the way to the bank. But Phil's on a slippery slope here, and I mean a real slippery slope, because if YouTube investigates it, there are some penalties that Phil could face, and we'll go over those as well. So let's continue watching.
No one's saying who they are. Where'd you come from? Who are all you people? Identify where you're from. Now you may speak. Blow bubbles at 100 likes. Groovy. Wait a minute. Did you just... Team I Go Gamer just gifted another 50 memberships. Holy shit. So when the dust settles, we are actually going to hit a new record number of members on the channel. Thank you, Team I Go Gamer. Thank you. This will help tremendously next month. It will. This will help a lot. So thank you. And this means we're going to get to do the Black Friday Adpocalypse Spectacular event that I really wanted to do next month.
So at this point, Team Ico Gamer had donated about 150 members to Phil's channel, not including ones that were also gifted by Emil today and OIC. We'll talk about the theories between OIC and Team Ico Gamer here that popped up in Discord and shit, so we'll go over that as well. So let's continue watching.
This is sweet. Team Ico Gamer being very supportive. Thank you so much. Thank you, man. He says, I love you. It's the least I can do. Appreciate it, man. And trust me, everyone else, thank Team Ico Gamer if you're getting a gifted membership from him right now or them right now. Because, yeah, it's a rarity that we get that much support out of nowhere. Holy shit, right? But I don't know who the raider was. Is it really this Nim person? Or, I don't know. We're at 2,900 viewers, the most I've ever had on the channel. 2,900. So I would like to have a conversation with the newcomers. If you guys are here and you actually came in from another stream, I'd like to know who it was and have a conversation. I'd like to personally thank them. That was nice of them.
Now, none of these viewers that were in Phil's chat actually responded because they didn't exist. These were all bots. And then Phil slowly starts to sink into that little piggy brain that these are possibly not real people. Somebody's using view bots. Now, nobody's going to use view bots to negatively impact a channel. This is all positive for Phil, right? He's getting all these views. Like he admitted, he's never had 2,900 viewers on a live stream, right? So right away, like when I look at this, when I look at Phil's genuinely surprised as to what's going on. So Phil, like, again, that's why I say Phil wasn't in cahoots. So that theory that I saw on Discord, no, that Phil wasn't in on this, but Phil did allow it to continue so that he could benefit from it, which is really fucking shady, right? And anybody would agree with that, because that means that Phil allowed somebody to artificially increase his channel's metrics so that he can make more money. And that's exactly what happened.
Send people over, but I don't know who it is. Yeah, I saw there was a King Frostmare channel. There was another TV. There was like 2 or 3 other YouTube verified channels in the chat as well. I think they actually got gifted memberships. Nim, it was the streamer Nim. Well, shout out to Nim if that's who it is. I have no idea who that is or what kind of content they put out, but that was nice. I don't know how the hell I all got rated at once. That was completely random. I'm waiting for the dust to settle because someone just said fix the member goal. I'm waiting for the dust to settle. People are still accepting the gifted memberships. I think now it says 202. It was Nim. Someone named Nim. Well, shout out to Nim. Thanks for rating. I have no idea how you even rate a YouTube channel. But,
Phil knows how to rate a YouTube channel. He's talked about it before. So, again, Phil thought it was PewDiePie at first, and he thought it was XQC, then he thought it was Nim, and then Phil sunk into that it was all Viewbot. So now what I want to do is I want to fast forward to where I had asked Phil the question, basically pertaining that if he was worried that this could negatively impact his channel. And again, I was under my sock account. Where is it? It's right around here. Okay.
Loading.
So let's watch this for a second.
More powerful and stun enemies for longer. Well, I'm glad for those of you who are still here that you are true fans, that you support my content, that you enjoy it. Thank you, obviously, to Team Ico Gamer for the giant amount of gifted memberships. Thank you so much to Emo for those other gifted memberships. Thanks to everyone who's tipped. Thanks to everyone who legitimately liked and supported, super chatted. Thank you. I really appreciate that, guys. And pretty awesome. All right, now. Let's see here. Sling, alchemy, gear, or instruments. What would be the best option right now? Carry an additional jar. Carry additional alchemical ammo. Or softening the core to make less noise when you use the sling. I would say, I'm putting my camera back now. I would say, forget the stupid additional jar. It's only one. I would say the sling being quieter is good for stealth. Or carrying the alchemical stuff is going to be really good. Because now whenever you find items, you just keep crafting. So either one, I feel would be great. I think what we should do.
Okay, so here's my question to Phil. I've already got my gifted membership, right? That's me. Testicules. Or Phil pronounces it testicules. At DSP Gaming, are you not worried that if YouTube investigates that if viewbots were used to falsely improve engagement could negatively impact the channel if YouTube takes action? Let's listen to Phil's response.
Is we should do the sling for now. Let's say quieter at first, okay? All right. Testicules, it's time to shut the fuck up. You're an idiot. No, I'm not going to be held accountable for viewbots. I didn't do it. I have nothing to do with it. You can't hold a content creator accountable if someone viewbots their channel against their will without even knowing about it. I don't know anything about it. I can't stop it. Like, you're a moron, okay? Like, legit, you're stupid. So stop saying dumb shit.
Okay, so that's Phil going into defensive mode, right? Phil could be held accountable because Phil admits in the stream that it's viewbots, that he finally realizes that it is viewbots, but he does nothing to stop it. And there are ways to stop the viewbots. Phil could have turned off monetization, which wouldn't allow artificial growth, right? Phil could have banned Team Ico Gamer or timed him out so the viewbots would disappear. Again, we don't know if it was Team Ico Gamer. More than likely it was. You know what? We might as well just go over the theories right now. So theory number one is with Team Ico Gamer. And he did it because as soon as the viewbots started appearing, he started gifting the memberships and didn't stop, right, until it reached 826, right? Now, the other theory is that it was OIC and Team Ico Gamer, and that OIC was running the viewbots while Team Ico Gamer was dropping all the subs, right, and all the gifted memberships and everything. Those are the two big theories that are going on right now on Discord. I don't think OIC was involved. Like, I could see it happening, but I doubt it. But I don't know. It's just it's weird. Like, and look at the chat here, right? So as soon as I ask that question and Phil insults me, everybody starts jumping on LOL, LMAO, LOL, LOL, idiot, LOL, LOL, testy, thin ice, true fan with crown, gifted bot, blah, 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 right? So everybody knew that this was all artificial engagement, right? And of course they'll back up Phil. Like, look at Phil. Look, he looks like an idiot, right? And remember, he's also breaking YouTube TOS by giving incentives for people to give him money, right? That is against the YouTube TOS, and we're actually going to look at that now. So let's take a look. This is the fake engagement policy from YouTube, okay? So YouTube doesn't allow anything that artificially increases number of views, likes, comments, or other metrics, either by using automatic systems, such as Viewbots, or serving up videos to unsuspecting viewers. Now, can Phil be held accountable for this? Yes and no. Now, Phil wasn't the one that was running the Viewbots, okay? Phil did realize that he was getting botted and that it was benefiting him later on in the video, in the stream, right? Well, at this point in the stream where I asked the question, he already knew. He realized that they were Viewbots. Now, Phil not taking any action to prevent it, either by stopping the stream or turning off monetizations on his channel, that's a gray area. Now, what YouTube can do, right? And that's right here. What happens if content violates this policy? If your content violates this policy, we'll remove the content and send you an email to let you know. If this is your first violation or violating our community guidelines, you'll likely get a warning with no penalty to your channel. Phil's had probably multiple community guidelines strikes over the years, so he's used to this. And he just recently went through this as well with the supposed false copyright strikes, as Phil likes to say. Now, we may terminate your channel or account for repeated violations of the community guidelines terms of service. We also may terminate your channel or account after a single case of severe abuse, or where the channel is dedicated to a policy violation, right? Now, what this means is, like, a lot of people right away, it's like, oh, you know, we've always had these false hopes that Phil was going to get banned. No, Phil's not going to get banned for this. What could happen is YouTube could terminate DSPGaming, but they would allow Phil to create a new channel. Now, with that new channel, would Phil then be allowed to immediately get monetization? That I do not know. But what would occur is it would prove without a shadow of a doubt how many viewers Phil actually has, right? So let's say DSPGaming gets terminated, okay, after YouTube investigates this. Now, what would happen is Phil would lose all the videos on DSPGaming, because we know he doesn't have anything backed up because he used it as an archive back in the day, right? Now, what will happen is he'll get a notice and he'll be like, your channel shutting down in 7 days, make arrangements, blah, blah, blah. So they'll shut the channel down in 7 days. Phil will, in the meantime, be allowed to create a new channel, right? DSPGaming 2.0. Right? Now, with that channel, he'll have to start at the bottom again. Now, remember, DSPGaming, Phil has severely fucked up his analytics because of all the videos that he deleted years ago. Even with the recent copyright strikes, he deleted up to 82 videos at one point. What will happen is Phil will start at the bottom, okay? But it'll allow him to enter the algorithm again, right? Because right now, like, Phil likes to think that, you know, liking the video, blah, blah, blah. Remember, when he privates his videos at the end of the day, when he's done his stream, when he privates it, okay, that live stream, he loses all the analytics. Like I said earlier, he loses all the analytics that would benefit him in the algorithm. It does stay on his dashboard, so to him, when he goes in, he sees all this positivity. But in reality, if you look at the Social Blade analytics, you can see that Phil's channel is failing. It's not improving, right? And Phil, you can't see Phil in the algorithm. Like when you search gaming, DSPGaming doesn't come up, right? Now I have, let's bring up my sock account right now. Actually, I can't because I'm subscribed to his channel and I have that membership under that sock account, so it will come up when I search. But if you were to search DSPGaming and say you haven't blocked his channel or you don't want to see his channel, or if you just search for gaming, Phil won't come up. Okay, he's not benefiting from the algorithm at all. So all that shit's gone. But if he would start a new channel, then yes, even though he will still make the same mistakes. As I spoke with Steve of the Dead, shout out Steve of the Dead, spoke with him this afternoon about it, and Steve said, it's like, yeah, but he'll just make the same mistakes over again, right? He'll private it, he'll lose all his video, he'll lose all the analytics and everything like that. He'll then cry wondering why he's not prominent in the algorithm anymore, etc., etc. But then that's a whole new channel. He doesn't have any copyright strikes, he doesn't have any community guideline strikes against him. But then people are going to have to sub to his channel. So is he going to have his 200,000 plus subscribers? Unlikely. I'd be surprised if he hit 1,000 subscribers on that new channel, right? Most of the time, his views are only between 200 to 500 people. And the majority of those are either view bots or detractors, right? So how will this affect Phil? In the short term, I don't think it will. It's going to depend on the amount of reports that were filed to YouTube against DSPGaming this morning and this afternoon due to the Viewbot activity that occurred. YouTube's AI could have also triggered, because remember, Phil's channel's dying. Like I said, it could trigger a breaker on the server that states, you know what, this channel's dying, and all of a sudden it's got a massive amount of revenue for some reason. That's fishy. It's sus, right? So they're going to maybe want to take a look at it that way. Only time will tell to see what happens. At the very least, all I can see is YouTube doing is going back 24 hours, removing all the members, removing all the new subscribers over the 24-hour period that this occurred, and then just resetting his channel like that. Now, what's Phil going to do? Well, Phil's going to cry to high heaven, right? We know that. He'll cry, be like, oh, YouTube fucked me over and everything, and those view bots weren't view bots, those were all real people, and that's how famous I am, and they hurt my revenue, and I lost $1,600 last month because they removed all those members from my account, and then I lost another $150 on October 23rd, and blah, blah, blah. That's what Phil will do. And we'll hear about it for weeks and weeks and weeks. Now, if this does happen, will Phil still go along with the fucking adpocalypse bullshit, right? Who knows? I don't think he will. I think he'll just be like, okay, so that was all fake engagement, and we really didn't hit that members goal or whatever, so we're not going to be doing that adpocalypse. That's I feel is going to happen. But today's fucking nonsense was off the hook. Like, when it happened, like, I know King Jad stopped, well, didn't really stop bingo, but he stopped for a bit to investigate what was going on. We were popping off in Discord. Phil's chat was popping off. It was just going nuts because, again, like, Phil thought right away that, oh, look at this, I'm so prominent and blah, 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 and then realized that, no, one of his viewers is using a view bot. And again, like, Phil should have stood up right away and said, listen, guys, I don't want this on my channel. This shows DSP Gaming in a bad light, but instead he welcomed it because it was increasing his revenue. He was getting more money. He's going to get more money if YouTube doesn't do anything within the next month, right? Which I don't think is possible. I think YouTube is going to take action on this, and that he thought it was a big positive for DSP Gaming. I don't think it's a big positive. I think it's a big fucking negative for him. I think he had a chance to shine here, to do the right thing and to put a stop to it, but he didn't because he chose greed over what was right. So this is just my 2 cents as to what transpired here today. Again, my theory is Team Ico Gamer was the one running the view bots, and then he just wailed out with all the gifted memberships. Phil accepted it, even though he found out partway through the live stream that it was all view bots and it was all fake engagement. I asked Phil the question. Phil instead attacked me in regards to it because he went into defensive mode because he's paranoid as fuck and doesn't realize that this seriously could impact DSP Gaming in the future. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, please hit like. If you're not subscribed to the channel, what the fuck are you waiting for? We just did a giveaway last Friday for a Modern Warfare 2 game. This Friday, we're going to be doing the season finale for Fight Night, as Phil is putting it. Now, I am going to try to goat Phil into playing Fightcade, at least. He's probably not going to do it because he's going to beg hard for that new PC before he plays Fightcade, but he'll never play Fightcade. I am going to be doing a video here shortly. I've been working on it here this week about the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Capcom Fighting Collection and Fightcade. We're going to go over those 3 games and what Phil should be doing. So yeah, we hope to see you guys Friday night for the season finale of Fight Night from Phil, which will probably last only 2 weeks. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Good night.